It is 9:37 a.m. So far, I had one trade with CMGR. I had 10,000 shares at 68, and I had a very wide limit, and I just didn't change it. It wasn't because I was trying to get at the best case scenario 77. At 9:34, I was in. This is very common. This is a very common pattern where it just, this is like something that had a very strong move not too long ago, and then today could be like the first green day. Once again, the new first green day, and the thing had an uptrend, right? It got as high as 76, and then it started to come back down. It held this low right here, and it never really, broke the level. It just had a dip and rip. I think that's what some people call it. And this was a dip. This was a rip. This could have continued more. I didn't have the best sell, but essentially I was in 10,000 shares at 68 at 934, which was right here. 934, 68 is when I bought. And ideally I would have been in at like 63, 64 because I saw the turnaround on the level 2 in the price action, but at least I got filled in at 68. And I guess having a really wide limit price helped in this case. And why did I even have it at 77? My idea was that in the beginning, maybe it's going to be right here, trade back and forth, and then we break 75, and then I'm going to be in for the setup, and then, I'll have my limit at 77. So when it didn't do this, instead it became a dip and rip pattern. That's why I went in and I had that wide limit at 77. And again, I was in right here at 68. And it did continue to uptrend. I did sell half of my position while it was uptrending at 936, which was right here. I sold half of my position at 73. And that was me just trying to sell half of my position at an uptrend with the thing in mind that maybe it might not break the day high at 75 and it might be a top right here. I sold half of my position. I drew a trend line here, and I drew a trend line on the upside of this candle, I believe, in this one right here. And I was thinking if it's gonna break the top part of the trend line, I might try to sell the other piece, and maybe it can go to 1 penny or something crazy like that, but at least I tried. I did ultimately sell at 937, the other half at 82, and that was at where was that? Right here. That was this candle right here. I sold at 82. So again, I had to sell here at 82, and I had to sell way back here at 73 at 936. And I mean, this thing can continue the uptrend. Maybe I could have sold the other half better, or maybe I could have just sold 2,500 shares here, and I could still be holding 2,500 shares more, just so that maybe it can try to uptrend much more. It's still very early in the day for it to do something like that, if it will. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I haven't seen anything else that is an interest to me. I mean, TXTM could be like a choppy morning panic bounce play, but I don't like the chart too much, but that one can still do something. GEGI, it seems to have no volume. And I was looking at this one for a morning panic bounce play. It is actually dropping, but I don't like how it doesn't have very much volume, and it has a bit of a spread too. So I would be very cautious with this one, but I will be watching it, and I'll also continue to watch CMGR on the other screen. Alright, it is 9:36 p.m. and I think I only had one recording today besides this one. I'm going to be up on the day, $9.50, and that was with that trade with CMGR. My average ended up being 77.5, so I was in at 68 and I got out at 77.5. Way back here, as you can see by the price action, and it did do like a dip. It was lower than the open. I wasn't too interested in it, although it was a point where it looked like it was following a trend line. And let's see if I can actually try to get to zoom in accordingly. That actually was perfect. Okay. So I did see that it was uptrending, and I did have an interest in it when it was breaking this level right here around 84, and I saw that it would try to do it, it would sell off, it would try, then it would sell off, but it would always hold this trend line. And then it had like another uptrend where it actually broke past it, but then it sold off again. And then it got under the trend line, and then it had this weird price action where it was under the trend line. And I've seen a lot of these where it follows a trend line, but then when it breaks under it, it might still try to follow it a little, but it eventually gains distance from the trend line and then it downtrends. This was not the case, and I stopped looking at it, and it actually made a really nice move. I don't know if I were to have bought this breakout, even you know, with the way it was looking, because it was breaking past this 92 level. It wasn't playing off of this original 84, 85 level. So it probably would have thrown me off, and I might have missed it even if I was watching a price session, just because I didn't like it. It was not like yesterday where I had those two other setups that were super nice and I should have traded them. This was a bit different, but it did offer opportunity, and that was really about it. In terms of the other stocks, unfortunately, KRFG dropped 33%, but it didn't offer any kind of bounce set up the trade. And yeah, it hasn't really been that nice with any of the other ones, or at least compared to CMGR, though. SYXX wasn't too horrible, I guess, with the spike in the morning. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Just that nice setup there with CMGR. And that's all I have for today.